Hello, good morning and good evening whenever you are. Welcome to the series of USC online event to learn knowledge from different academic fields. This is Bianca from USC. It's wonderful to see all of you today here. And today's event is going to be an information and admission session for USC Leonard Davis School of Gerontology. The guests of today's events are May and Stephen Stumph. May is the Director of International Student Initiatives and the Director of Information Technology. Stephen is the admission counselor. They are all from the USC Leonard Davis School of Gerontology. So if you are interested in applying to Davis School, please watch today's seminar carefully. And dear audience, please know that we will have about 15 minutes Q&A part after the speech. Feel free to type your questions at any time into the chat box. We will try to get as many questions as we can at the end of the speech. Kindly remind, please mute yourself during the presentation for a good event quality. Thank you. And welcome May and Stephen.
Welcome. Hello, yeah, 大家好，早上好。欢迎你们今天来参加这个活动。我的名字叫 May， 中文的名字叫胡燕美。我是南加州大学老年学院的国际交流和资讯科技总监。USC 是位于南加州洛杉矶市中心附近，戴维斯老年学院。就是位于南加大的校园里面。南加大是一所私立的研究大学，在美国的排名非常之高。我们大学有22个学院，有4600多个教授。南加大是拥有一个很大的校友群，有45万的校友。校友遍布世界各地，很多有领导的职位，其中有1半以上他们是住在加州。我们今年呢有21000多个本科生，有28000多个学士或博士的研究生，13000多个国际留学生，是来自140多个不同的国家。南加大是美国拥有最多中国留学生的大学。今年我们有7100多个中国留学生，他们是来自中国、台湾、香港不同的地区。占国际留学生人口最大部分，差不多有65%。Leonard Davis School of Gerontology 是全球第一所专门研究老年科学的学校。我们在世界排名是第1位，这个就是我们的老年学院中心。这个中心是在1964年建成的，学院在1975年创立，规模非常大，已经有48多年的历史。原来我们的师资雄厚，有来自老年医学、心理学、社会学、人口统计学、营养学、商业管理学、生物分析学等等多种领域的专家学者。那什么是 Gerontology 呢？就是老年学。老年学是研究生命衰老、解决老百姓老年化的问题，对人类发展和生命周期衰老复杂性的研究。衰老过程制度地又普遍，与每个人、行业、公司和社区都是息息相关的，也有相关培训养老管理专业人才，或做很多科学研究。现在科学突破和全球人口变化，经常焦点放在老年化的机遇、挑战的机遇上。到了2040年，1/5的美国人将会超过65岁。到了2050年，全球约有16亿人口超过65岁。 中国是世界上老年化人口增长最快的国家之一。由于预期寿命延长和生育率下降，预计到了2040年，中国60岁以上人口将达到28%。从来没有像现在这么迫切需要老年学，对老年学家的需求也从来没有像现在这么迫切。老年学家将是个生物学、心理学、社会学和公共政策多方面模型应用于衰老研究。我们学院长期以来一直为老年学研究开辟新的领域。我们是在老年领域的领先者，我们建立了多个不同的教育项目。我们是世界上主要的老年化研究与教育中心之一。我们是第一个提供世界上第一个老年学博士学位，第一个老年生物学博士学位，第一个接受商业管理与老年学学士双学位，第一个接受公共管理与老年学学士双学位，第一个接受社会工作与老年学学士双学位。我们学院提供10多个不同的学士学位，也有本科学位和3个博士学位。等一位我们的招生顾问 Stephen 会详细介绍我们的学院的不同的学位给大家。拥有我们老年学学位的就业机会非常大，好像是在商业管理啦、市场促进啦、科学研究、法律制度、医学、行政管理、建筑工程等等方向。所以我现在想介绍一下我们学院几个优秀的校友给大家看一看，他们毕业之后在哪里工作。Ruby 6月璇，他拥有养老服务管理专业学士学位，他是来自台湾，毕业之后在中国工作，他精通美国的 CCRC 持续交流中心养老模式，现在他是中国刑事院终身福利院的院长。朱友关 Fisher 是我院现在的博士学生，他毕业于中国上海中医药大学，他现在 USC 的 International Academy 念 P-Master Program， 之后就来我们学院拿到了老年学学士学位，毕业后他现在正在就读我们老年学的博士学位。Josie 吴祖恩来自广州，他拥有老年学理科学士学位，他持有美国 RCFE 管理员证书，加州自治以管理 CCRC 和辅助生物设施。毕业后，他回中国上海，在 Weekend Senior 风投集团做咨询顾问，之后转到广州，现在在预售养老保健工作。Christy 王宇怡拥有养老服务管理专业学士学位，他有6年为老年人社区服务经验的老年学学家。他现在是阿伊海默洛杉矶非营利机构的经理，专为华人和美国华人服务。你们可以看到我们的校友的请奏，这个是我的联系方式和微信号，欢迎大家关注，有什么问题可以加我的微信。你们现在有问题也可以写在 chat 上面，中文英文也可以。谢谢你们，现在请我们的 Stephen 我们的招生顾问跟你们讲解申请我们学院的讯息。 Thank you， 谢谢 Stephen。
大家好，我是 Steven， 我的名字是史迪恩。Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Steven. I'm an admission counselor for the University of Southern California Leonard Davis School of Gerontology. As May did a great job introducing our university and what gerontology is, I would just like to talk a little bit more about our programs in depth and the career opportunities that are associated with each program. As May described, our campus is located in the heart of Los Angeles. Los Angeles is a major metropolitan city, and you can find anything in the city that you would like. Different types of cuisines, activities like hiking, going to the beach, or skiing in the mountains, nightlife, dancing, or a bunch of other clubs and Hollywood as well. Our mission here at the school is to create the next generation of leaders within the field of gerontology. We define gerontology as a study of lifespan. So our students go out into the field and incorporate the different principles that they learned in their program. As May described, we study gerontology from 4 core disciplines: biology, psychology, sociology, and public policy. While our courses may be focused on one of these disciplines, the professor or instructor tries to incorporate some of the other disciplines into the study or practice. We're able to create this holistic approach to the field of gerontology since our faculty members also have joint appointments in other departments of the university. This allows you to have that comprehensive, holistic approach to studying the field. The US Labor Department has identified gerontology as a high growth rate field. This means that not only are our alumni able to find jobs in the field, whether that be here in the US or if they return to their hometowns or countries, but our alumni are highly sought after since we are the oldest and largest school of gerontology in the nation. We do offer a variety of different programs that cater to this study. We have bachelor's programs, minors, internships, and study abroad. But this talk, I'm going to focus on our graduate programs. We currently offer 11 master's degrees, a graduate certificate, 2 fully funded PhD programs, and a doctorate. All of our master's programs are offered in their entirety online or can be completed on our campus in person. All of them can also be completed as a part-time or full-time option. So now I'm going to discuss each program, what you'd be able to study in the program, and potential career outcomes. Our first is our Master of Science in Gerontology program. This is our flagship program. It's designed for individuals that are interested in entering the field and having a career in gerontology, but do not have any prior experience or want a more in-depth approach to the study. Within this program, you are able to take a field practicum component that is required. This gives you 240 hours of real-world work experience that you're able to put onto your resume while earning your master's degree. We do have an internship coordinator that works specifically with this program that can help understand some of your interests or career goals and see what sort of connections that we have that can align with that and be able to fulfill the requirements of the field practicum component. Some of our alumni have found their full-time positions through this internship component or value the work experience since they're able to come back to the classroom and discuss some of the challenges or obstacles they faced. Some of our students pursue public policy. They go on to be educators or consultants. They work within the field of sociology or demography. They continue on to work as a bodesman or public policy, insurance, or pursue a variety of other topics as well. This program is unique because it can be completed in a 1.5 or 2 years as a full-time student, but we also offer it as a dual degree option. We currently offer the Master of Science in Gerontology with 6 other degree programs at the university: business administration, law, public administration, health administration, social work, and pharmacy. How a dual degree program works is, if you are admitted into both programs at our university, we are able to reduce the required number of classes that you would need to complete to earn both degrees. You are then able to take classes within both degree programs at the same time and able to earn 2 degrees upon completion. We offer a Master of Arts in Gerontology. If you currently already have about 2 to 5 years of experience working within the field of gerontology itself, this is a great program to polish off your management or executive skills. It has 4 required courses and 3 elective units that are required to complete the program, so 7 courses in total. It has similar potential career options for those that also complete the Master of Science in Gerontology. You could also pursue working in healthcare, starting your own company, and senior living as well. Now I'm going to discuss 3 programs that are focused on management and the business side of the industry. The first of them being our Master of Arts in Senior Living Hospitality. This program is equipped at preparing you to become either a manager, an executive, or owning and operating your own senior living facility. We have a number of faculty that work with this program that have been successful at starting and running their own companies, both here in the US and in China as well. Some of these companies are a couple hundred beds and some are smaller as well. The program, we've teamed up with Cornell so that you can also earn a graduate certificate from Cornell in addition to the master's degree from USC. That is included within the 43 units of coursework that you can earn potentially both of those degrees. The next program I would like to focus on is our Master of Arts in Aging Services Management program. For those of you that want to work within the scope of aging services, so whether that be educating families, counseling families, preparing families or older adults for end of life, palliative care, or hospice care, this program may be a great fit for you. Some of your elective courses could include technology courses, management, administration, or working with public policy. While our faculty will be based in Los Angeles, they are teaching the courses for a wide variety of students, knowing that our students may continue to work in LA or go back to their hometowns and countries. So they're teaching you the theories, skills, and concepts to apply the knowledge to your relevant situation. This program can be completed in as little as a year, and I would consider this our second most popular program. The last of these 3 kind of business-focused degrees is our Master of Arts in Long-Term Care Administration. If you're adamant about pursuing administration work at either a retirement facility, long-term care, assisted living, this is a great program for you. This is a great fit because it allows you to take classes within 3 different schools at our university: the School of Accounting, the School of Public Policy, and the School of Gerontology. It gives you that comprehensive approach to being an administrator at the management or executive level upon graduation. I would like to focus on our Master of Arts in Medical Gerontology. So for those of you that are interested in working within healthcare, either have already been established in the field, have already earned your MD, or work as a nurse, a physical therapist, occupational therapist, dentist, pharmacist, this could be a great complement to your prior education. Or if you're interested in pursuing one of those fields, this would be a great fit before pursuing that education. This is gearing you to work within the field of medical gerontology. So recognizing signs of aging naturally versus aging with multiple chronic illnesses or diseases, being able to work with telemedicine and e-health or different technological advices within the healthcare setting, whether that be devices to restore sight or work to track your fitness. It also focuses on working with cardiovascular diseases and how other diseases can affect that, whether that be cancer or diabetes. This program is also taught by all MDs. Some of them are still practicing physicians at our university hospitals located here in Los Angeles. One of our newer degrees is our Master of Science in Applied Technology and Aging. If you have a background in engineering, design, IT, or technology, I think this is a great option for you. The program focuses on looking at different sort of emerging technologies, technologies that have already existed, or technologies that can improve the lives of older adults. If you think about Amazon Alexa or Google Home, how those can be used to turn off your lights, set your thermostat. This program goes into more depth with those. You could also be looking at tracking devices for your fitness, like a Fitbit or Apple Watch. But it could also be looking at just how to incorporate different softwares or how to teach an older adult how to use Skype, Zoom, or texting devices on their phones or tablets or other devices. The program does, one of the main faculty that works with this program also does a study abroad. So I'll talk about our study abroad later and some of the options that could be available for you as a master's student. The next 4 programs I'm going to talk about focus on nutrition and dietetics. The first of them is our Master of Science in Nutrition, Healthspan, and Longevity. This program will prepare students to become a registered dietitian in the US. A registered dietitian is able to write, create meal plans, work within the nutrition setting, open up a private practice, just to name a couple of career potentials with this degree. The degree is a coordinated program, meaning that we will include 1,000 hours of supervised practice under a registered dietitian into the program. If you are to do this program as an on-campus student, we will place you into those rotation settings so that you earn all 1,000 hours. It is potential to do this program online as well, depending upon where you're currently living. The next program is preparing students to become a certified dietary manager, and that's our Master of Arts in Food Service Management and Dietetics. This program will prepare you to sit for that examination. We do have a certain number of hours of internship experience with this program as well. The program is really preparing you to work within the food service industry, whether that be working at school cafeterias, industrial corporations, their cafeterias. It could also be certain healthcare settings as well. It could also be looking at food safety or food management. We have another program that also prepares you to sit for the Certified Dietary Manager exam, and that's our Master of Science in Lifespan Nutrition and Dietetics. The program does have a few prerequisites. You would need to complete either 4 courses or have already earned a DPD statement. This program focuses more on the science behind nutrition and dietetics. If you are thinking about practicing nutrition dietetics outside of the US upon completion of a master's degree, I would highly recommend this program. We have some of our alumni that have decided to pursue this degree and then return to their home countries, China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Japan, to pursue dietetics and nutrition afterwards. The last of the 4 nutrition dietetic programs that I'm going to talk about is our Master of Science in Nutritional Science. This program does have 2 strict prerequisites. Either you're already a registered dietitian or you've already earned a DPD verification statement. That DPD stands for Didactic Program in Dietetics. This program does allow you to potentially sit for the registered dietitian exam in the US upon completion of either that DPD or also including a didactic internship. However, this program does also go into the science behind nutrition and dietetics. We also offer a graduate certificate in gerontology. So these courses are at the master's level. It's just a fewer number of courses than you would complete in a regular master's program. You only need to complete 4 courses or 16 units within this degree. As a student in this program, you get to study theories or research that's relevant to the field of gerontology, or go into a surface level approach of those 4 disciplines I discussed earlier: biology, sociology, public policy, and psychology. Now I'm going to discuss our PhD programs. The first one is our PhD in gerontology. This program is fully funded. Fully funded means we can pay the cost of your tuition in addition to providing you a stipend check for the duration of the program. In the program, you would learn about the psychological, behavioral, and sociological implications of the lifespan and healthy aging. The program does take about 4 to 6 years and is only offered as a residential option, so you would need to relocate to Los Angeles. These are some of the faculty that work with this program. On the bottom right, Dr. Elizabeth Zielinski is currently the chair of the program. She focuses on memory, memory loss, memory retention, vocabulary, speed. Some other distinguished faculty, top left, are Dr. Jennifer Alshire, who works with demography. Dr. Susan Guidanos works with palliative care. And Dr. Mara Mather on the top right works with stress and emotion. These are just a few of the faculty that work with this program. And the 3 last ones I just mentioned also do a study abroad course. I'll discuss that later. Our second PhD program is our PhD in Biology of Aging. This program is preparing students to work within the field of biogerontology. So our students can focus on one of 4 core areas: neuroscience, molecular and cellular biology, stem cell and regenerative sciences, or biomedical sciences. Again, this program is fully funded, so we can cover your tuition and also provide a stipend check. What's also unique about this program is that we've teamed up with the Buck Institute for Research on Aging, which is located in Northern California or outside of San Francisco. Students in this program spend 1 semester at USC, their second semester at the Buck Institute in San Francisco, and then after that first year or those first 2 semesters, they pick which faculty member they want to work with for the remainder of the program and stay at that faculty member's respected campus. These are some of the faculty that work with our program. The most distinguished in the top left is our dean of our school, Dr. Pinchas Cohen. He still takes on PhD students, works with them, and continues his research. In the bottom right is Dr. Walter Longo, who works with nutrition, cancer, and other diseases like Alzheimer's. On the top right is distinguished professor, Dr. Kelvin Davies. He works with gene expression. While some of our programs are very rigorous and they do challenge you academically, we also want to give you the full student experience at our school. And that's why we offer a number of study abroad programs. We have study abroad courses that are available to all of our master's students to take, and they're called a Maymester. We define a Maymester as a short-term study abroad course. Typically, the entire course is only 3 weeks. Your first class or your first week in the course is in Los Angeles. And then the second 2 weeks are in the country abroad. One of our classes goes to Italy and is most commonly known as the nickname our Death and Dying class. It explores death and how different cultures react. We have a class that goes to Israel that focuses on emotion, cognition, and how we react to different emotions in others and ourselves as we age. We have a course that goes to Italy that focuses on nutrition, genes, and another class that goes to Italy that focuses on food. So if you really like eating chocolate, tasting olive oil, and learning about how the cultures utilize their food within their specific culture, that's a great class to take. 2 of our newer classes go to Colombia to look at socioeconomic, prevention methods, rehabilitation, going into care facilities in Medellin, and another course that goes to Costa Rica, which focuses on blue zones. Blue zone is defined as an area that has a high concentration of people that live to be 100 years or older. There's one blue zone in Costa Rica, and fortunately for us, a blue zone not too far from Los Angeles, only about an hour drive. That course focuses on those two blue zones and compares them, how their inhabitants live differently from each other. Our newest study abroad course goes to South Korea and looks at technology within South Korea and how it's being used for older adults. We also offer a variety of student opportunities on our campus, one of them being our Student Gerontology Association. This is a combination of undergraduate and graduate students that are coming together to do philanthropic work, host our alumni dinner, and be able to interact and network with their peers. It's a great opportunity to meet individuals that may be in different programs at our school that you may not necessarily take a lot of class with. Every week, we also offer a colloquium lecture series where we invite you to a room, we provide lunch, and you get to listen to a guest lecturer either present current research or new findings within the field. We also have a variety of different events where we like to celebrate our diverse student body. We have a Lunar New Year celebration, a winter festival, Dia de los Muertos, and of course, commencement. These are great opportunities to grab some amazing food, interact with your faculty, your professors, staff, and students in an informal setting. So as I described with each program, our students go into a variety of different fields, whether that be medicine, education, consulting, starting their own business, or working in nutrition. Our programs will prepare you for a variety of different careers within the field of aging. Our 2 PhD programs are fully funded. We offer merit-based scholarships for our master's students. And if you have any questions about which program may be a good fit for you, I would be more than happy to tell you. Our application process, so you are aware, our master's students are required to submit our online application, an updated resume or CV. They need to also submit a statement of purpose and 2 letters of recommendations. For all our programs, we'll require you to submit official transcripts from any institution you attended post-secondary school. So your bachelor's degree and any other courses that you may have taken at the bachelor's level or higher. If you did not complete your bachelor's degree inside of the US in its entirety, you may be required to submit English language proficiency test scores. We do accept the TOEFL or the IELTS. We also accept Pearson in addition to these 2. For the GRE requirement, if you have a strong academic background, typically a 3.0 out of 4.0 in the GPA scale, we can waive the GRE test scores. If your GPA was below that 3.0 mark, I do encourage you to submit test scores to strengthen your application. For those of you applying to the PhD programs, you'll need all of the same materials. The only difference is you will need 3 letters of recommendation instead of 2. Your GRE test scores are mandatory and will also require a writing sample, which is a sample of your writing, either published or unpublished work. It can be a paper from a previous class or a master's thesis, or something original that you create for this application. We have a couple of deadlines. Our nutrition deadline is January 15th of every year, which just passed. So if you're interested in applying for a start date in 2024, the application will be due January 15th, 2024. Similar to that, our PhD programs have 1 admission cycle per year. It starts in August, and the applications are due December 1st the year prior. Our master's programs and our graduate certificate programs have 3 start dates a year: spring, summer, and fall. We are currently accepting applications for summer 2023 and fall 2023 start date. After our priority deadline, which is March 15th, so it's about 4 weeks away, we will continue to accept applications on a rolling basis, either until the deadline, or our seats are full. If you're interested in submitting an application for a term after the dates listed here, I can send you the relevant information later. As I mentioned, both of our PhD programs are fully funded. For those of you that are applying to a master's degree or one of our graduate certificates in gerontology, we do offer a merit-based scholarship, and I do encourage you to apply. We award up to $500,000 US every year to our students. In addition, the Office of Financial Aid here at the university does a great job of helping students fund their programs. They have a plethora of information on their website, whether that be scholarships, grants, or other funding options. I want to thank you for listening to me today. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, and I would be happy to discuss them with you. If you have any questions now, I'd also be happy to answer them now. Feel free to put them in the chat.
Thank you, Steven. So that was very detailed information, and we can see that many students want to know how to apply for David School, and there are some questions popped up, and the first one is, can a Chinese student apply for the online program or course or part-time program? Are there any differences between the certificates between those online courses and the on-campus courses? Thank you.
Yeah, so as a student, if you live in China, you can apply for the online program. You would not receive a student visa in that case. So you would be required to complete the program in a country that you are able to live in. So whether that be China or another. In terms of the differences between online and in-person program, there are none. The only difference is if you're taking your class via our online portal or if you're taking the class sitting in our building. All of the assignments are the same. The professor or the instructor for the course is the same, and the degree that you earn at the end is the same. It will not have a distinction of online on your certificate. At the beginning of each semester, you'll have access to the course online portal. Your instructor will upload their syllabus with all the due dates for the entire semester. All of your exams, assignments will be uploaded through that online portal, and you'll have a timeline of when you need to submit everything by. Students that are interested in coming to our campus and completing the program in person do need to maintain full-time status in order to complete the program residentially. However, if you're doing the program online from China, you can do it as a part-time student or a full-time student.
Thank you very much. And there are some questions in the Zoom chat box, so let's have a look. The questions from Qi, what's the difference between MA and MSc gerontology? Can students apply CPT?
So the main difference between the Master of Science in Gerontology and the Master of Arts in Gerontology is if you have experience working in the field of gerontology already. If you do have experience, about 2 to 5 years minimum, you can apply for the Master of Arts. So that program would only have 7 courses, and it does not include an internship component. If you do not have any prior experience working in the field of gerontology, I would recommend the Master of Science in Gerontology. It is designed for students that don't have that experience yet. So the course would include 11 classes and that field practicum. So that field practicum gives you real-world working experience that you can put on your resume while completing a master's program. Can you specify what CPT is?
Well, CPT is when they are taking the 591 and during the semester and then do off-campus job that require to apply CPT. They qualify to do that, but most our internship job is non-pay, so you don't need to apply for CPT. But you qualify for OPT when you graduate. Is that clear?
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
that's very clear. Thank you, May, and thank you, Steven. So, a question from Meng Ding. Would the language proficiency test requirement be waived if I obtained a bachelor degree from Canadian University? Thank you.
Yeah, so if you have specific questions about where you completed your bachelor's degree and your proficiency, we do have a website that you can plug in your country and determine all of the requirements that you need to submit. So if you completed a bachelor's degree within Canada, it may be possible that you do not need to submit English proficiency test scores. But just to be sure, I would request or suggest reaching out to me individually after, sending me your specific case, and we can go over any requirements that would be required of you to apply.
I could add to that. If they complete their bachelor degree all 4 years in Canadian university, they do not require to submit TOEFL or language proficiency test. Same as if they have the undergrad in United States, 4 years, they have to do all 4-year bachelor degree, and they do not need to submit TOEFL or IELTS.
Yeah, that's the important part, is in its entirety.
Okay, thank you. So, yeah, it's clear enough. And so some questions from the live streaming platform. So students ask that May just mentioned some certificates. Are these certificates taken by the students themselves or by the organization from the Davis School? Thank you.
So our graduate certificate is a degree program. Our graduate certificate has the 4 classes that you're taking at the master's level. So if you were to complete that program, you would earn a diploma from USC, and the name of the degree program that you would complete is Graduate Certificate in Gerontology.
Yes. And thank you very much. And another question is that how to get a double degree, like with other.
Yeah, so we offer that dual degree program. So that's only offered with our Master of Science in Gerontology. In order to combine it with one of the 6 other programs that we offer as a dual degree option, you need to apply to both programs separately. So I recommend first thinking about which of the other 6 you would want to apply to, looking up those admission requirements and application deadlines, and making sure that you submit both applications to both programs. Once you've submitted, you'll receive admission decisions from both programs, and if you're accepted into both, you would be able to certify for a program and declare that dual degree status. Once you declare that dual degree status, you reduce the number of classes for those 2 degrees. So you would be, you would have access to an academic advisor within the School of Gerontology and an academic advisor in the other school where the other program is housed. So you would work with them to create a course plan for the entire time you're at SC that incorporates semester by semester and which classes from which school you're taking each semester. So the total number of semesters that you would need to be at USC may increase. While our Master of Science in Gerontology is offered fully online or fully in person, I recommend reaching out to representatives, fellow admission counselors at the other schools to determine how you would be required to complete their program.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And another questions, since there is no gerontology major at undergraduate level in China, so what kind of background does the gerontology prefer? Thank you.
Yeah, great question. So we understand that a lot of universities may not have a bachelor's degree in gerontology, and that's okay. You can apply to any of our programs without having a bachelor's degree or formal education within gerontology before. I've seen students that apply to all of our programs with degrees in architecture, business, philosophy, psychology. They're coming from English backgrounds. I've seen mining and agriculture before. What we're really looking for in terms of the application are students that show an interest within this field and want to pursue this career option. This field, it's very meaningful work that our students are pursuing. So we want to see on your application that you have this interest and that why or what experiences you've had have led you to want to apply to the University of Southern California, and more specifically, the program that you're applying to.
Okay. Thank you, Stephen. And the next questions. Do you offer a full scholarship for any master degree?
Yes, for all of our master's programs, you can apply for a merit-based scholarship. The merit-based scholarship, you would apply for it directly on the application when you apply to the program. We award up to $500,000 US every year to our master's students. This also includes the graduate certificate in gerontology program as well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And I saw that students from the live streaming platform is interested in the CBDM certificate. Could you please give some introduce about this certificate? Thank you.
Yeah, so I think you're referring to the Certified Dietary Manager exam. So that is an exam that 2 of our master's programs will prepare you to sit for. So there are certain requirements that you need to complete in order to be eligible to sit for that exam. By completing one of our 2 master's programs, you will become eligible. Our 2 master's programs that prepare you for this are the Master of Arts in Food Service Management and Dietetics. The second program is the Master of Science in Lifespan Nutrition and Dietetics. Both of these programs are about a year long and prepare you for that exam adequately. Once you sit for the exam, you pass, you've earned that certificate or that licensure, you're able to be a practicing certified dietary manager here in the US. One of those programs, the Master of Science in Lifespan Nutrition and Dietetics, will also prepare you to practice nutrition and dietetics outside of the US in another country, depending upon where you live. So with that Certified Dietary Manager exam in the US, you can work in a number of different settings in terms of your career. So if you're interested in corporate food cafeterias, school cafeterias, if you want to work within the field of consulting for nutrition dietetics, health coach. I've seen students pursue different sort of clinical settings or healthcare settings as well. You could potentially pursue food service, food safety, food service management. If you're really interested in learning about the very specific job titles, we do have a recording of 2 of our program directors that go into great depth between the differences of the Certified Dietary Manager exam and the Registered Dietitian. and what you can and can't do with both of those licensures.
That's very clear and detailed. Thank you very much. Yeah, Mengding have another questions. Hello, Stephen. I have a question about the graduate student class size. What would a typical size for the master program? Thank you.
Yeah, good question. So your class size will differ from class to class depending upon which program you're in. Some of our larger classes that are required for multiple different programs will be larger. You may have 40, maybe even more students in your class. With some of the more specific programs and the higher level classes that you need to take, you could have as few as 5 or 10 students in your class. So it's great to be able to have a sort of open conversation with your peers, with your faculty member or your instructor, but also have that one-on-one attention that you could potentially need. If you have any questions, it's easy to ask them, if not in the classroom, at open office hours. If you're an online student, our faculty are very happy to set up a time to talk with you or answer your questions via email. So while that class size can be small and discreet, it gives you the opportunity to bond with your peers, network with them, but also get the help that you need.
Thank you, Stephen. And another questions from our live streaming platform. If I haven't got the required English score, can I apply for your master degree? Thank you.
Yes, so you can apply. However, we will probably need those English language proficiency test scores. A couple of factors will come to play depending upon where you completed your bachelor's degree. If you're required to submit English language proficiency test scores, we will need them. But the pre-master's option may be available to you as well. Just kind of need to know a little bit more information.
Yeah, thank you. So you can apply through the pre-master program. And there's a detailed questions. What kind of company or position will the student get in the US as an intern in this program? Thank you. And sorry, does this internships paid? Thank you very much.
So if you're referring to the Master of Science in Gerontology program, that's one of our programs that has an internship component. There are a variety of different positions that our students pursue. So if you have something very specific in mind that you want to set up, I would say go for it. Talk with the program director to see if that's something that can then be signed off for. We have students that work at large financial institutions such as JP Morgan, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch. We have students that work in the field of public policy. So they're working with LA County, they're working with national legislators, ombudsmen, politicians. We have students that are interested in either sociology or psychology. So working with family caregivers, counselors, social workers. If students are interested in pursuing biology, maybe going into the health professions field, working with potentially doctors even. We have students that are interested in end-of-life care, so palliative care, hospice care. So that would be either in assisted living facilities, retirement communities, hospital settings, or students that are just interested in long-term care administration, meaning they want to work in a retirement home or assisted living home. So the Master of Science in Gerontology is unique because we're giving you that comprehensive approach to study gerontology from those 4 core disciplines: biology, sociology, public policy, and psychology. But the program has enough elective units, and with that internship component, you can go on to pursue what you want to pursue or have that kind of mini focus, that mini concentration. So our program director sends out weekly emails about different positions that are open, that are available. former alumni that have come back and are eager to hire our current students to fulfill the practicum hours. I would say most of our students, those practicum hours are not paid for. Some students have been able to secure a paid position. Just be aware of what your visa status is and any restrictions you may have there. But some of them have also turned into full-time positions after graduation as well.
Thank you very much. That's extremely informative and very detailed. So thank you very much. Okay, there's now another questions. What's the GPA range of the admitted students for master and PhD degree? The questions from Newman. Thank you.
Yeah, so for that PhD degree, we are really looking for that 3.0 GPA or higher. It is possible to submit an application with a GPA that's lower than 3.0. I would just consider what other aspects of your application are strong to make up for that low GPA. Our master's degrees, you can apply with any GPA. If you have above a 3.0, we will not require GRE test scores. If you have below a 3.0, we will then ask you to submit GRE test scores to strengthen your application.
Thank you very much. Due to limited time, so let us have the last questions from Kailin. This is new field for my knowledge, so it's great to know many alumni choose to come back and find their jobs. May I ask some data, like how about average salary rate for graduates in US? Thanks.
Yeah, this is a hard question to answer because it really depends upon what work experience you have, what type of company you're working at, what type of position you have, if you have work experience already or not in another field. So I would say that you can expect a competitive salary, not only from graduates of a US university, but specifically in this field, because we're one of the most world-renowned universities that focus on gerontology, our alumni are very highly sought after. So one of our alumni that is a graduate of the Master of Arts in Aging Services Management, she was one of the very first graduates of the program. She graduated about 12 years ago now, and I just saw her at a conference a couple of weeks ago, and she shared with me that she just turned down a job offer for $250,000 a year. And the reason she turned it down is because she's already making more. So while this career option is very emotionally fulfilling, it's also and can be lucrative too. It just depends upon how you position yourself, what sort of job you want, and where you're working.
Thank you very much. That's an interesting question. We have over 4,500 viewers already. So we do have now broader view on the David School. And could you please give our audience the word for today's event? Thank you very much.
Yeah, so if you have any questions about what gerontology is, how it can align with some of your career interests, feel free to reach out to me and myself. We're here to answer any questions that you have. Our programs are so unique because we have some of the top tier talent in the world producing groundbreaking research in our building, which both May and I are sitting in front of. We are very eager to talk about gerontology. It's a very important field, not only here in the US, but in other countries such as China. We have a large demographic of older adults that are going to surpass anything that we've seen before. So this is a very important field to have people trained in this, trained in how to be leaders and further educate others as well. Please reach out to us with any questions. We're more than happy to answer them. Any other questions that we couldn't answer in front of a group audience today as well.
Yeah, thank you. So please write down May and Steven's contact information. So that's all. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye bye.